doing, sister? What's your name? Anna, where you from? Diana, where you from, Diana? Come up a little bit. Oh, okay, you're from here. What would be your nationality according to the Bible? Okay, Hispanic, Cuban? You said Cuban? Okay, your dad's Cuban? Okay, you will be from Manasseh.
That's right.
All right? You know a little bit about the Bible?
Yes.
Joseph, you remember our forefather Joseph had two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh. All right? You would be from the tribe of Manasseh.
Right.
It's a mighty tribe. All right? What happened? What happened? I mean, I want to give you a little history of what happened.
No.
All right? Because Manasseh, the Cubans, all right? What happened to the Cubans? The Christopher Columbus and the Spaniards did what? Start conquering, right? When did this happen? This happened in the 1400s.
Right.
All right? Now, when you came over here, nobody was in this land. Why? Because you all was in this land first, right? You know that history? All right.
I'm American, but my parents are mixed.
Well, ain't no such thing as mixed. That's the point. So what is your father? Yeah, you say he was Cuban, right? All right, I'm going to prove this to you real quick. I just want to show you this. Give me that numbers. Because you are the seed of your father.
Right.
All right, you understand that? If I put a seed in a woman, she have my seed. All right? Meaning she would be my race. That's my seed. The seed starts with the man.
Right.
The seed is actually in the man. He
Right.
just puts it in the woman. And she carries for him. Develop that seed for him. It's his seed. Are you understanding me? All right. Now, let's get it out the Bible. Read.
Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees,
Their seed, their race,
after their families, by the house of their fathers.
So your seed is determined by your father. You can't be mixed. All right?
That goes with my genealogy, right? Right?
Seed is your sperm. It goes with your genealogy. Yes.
I carry all that with me, right?
What are you talking
My
about?
whole genealogy.
All right. We're trying to preach the woman. All right. We're trying to preach you. What's your name again? Anna. All right. Diana. All right. We can't get distracted. All right. Now, you are an Israelite from the tribe of Manasseh because you are from the seed of your father. All right? There's no other race walking around here saying that they're mixed. The white man, you'll never see a white man saying he mixed. You'll never see a Chinese man saying he mixed.
Right.
You'll never see a Japanese man saying he mixed. All right? Now, all right? You were in this land. All right? Give me the book of Deuteronomy 28:49. All right, I'm going to tell you what happened. All right? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
Okay, what nation of people came against the so-called Cubans and started destroying them? Come up, who? Right, the conquistadors. Okay, they did. Right here. All right? We got pictures of the ancient artifacts that were found. All right? We got pictures of the attire that you wore. All right? Look at all this. We have that. It's in the books. All right? It's documented that they came over here. What time period was it? 1400s. All right? That's when it happened. All right? Who were ruling? The Spaniards. During this time. That's why you speak Spanish. All right? The term Spanish means what? Property of Spain. Well, that's Hispanic. Okay? But Spanish is like a little, you're not like Spain. It's kind of like Spain. It's not the real. Anything with ish on it is not the actual. All right? Now, check this out.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
So we know who that nation was, the conquistadors, the Spaniards, read.
From the end of the earth.
They came from the other side of the earth. All right? What's that? Over here. All right? Read.
From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
Why do they use the eagle? All right? The eagle describes a nation of people. Right? Every Caucasian race use the emblem of what? Eagle. Greek, Roman, Spanish, American. They all use the emblem of the eagle. All right? Let's put that back. That's describing a people. Okay, read.
As swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Why didn't you understand Spain or Spanish at that time? Because you spoke Hebrew.
Bring it up.
These are pictures of ancient artifacts that were found. All right? You speak Spanish today because you were colonized and conquered.
Teach.
Read.
A nation of fierce countenance.
It's describing the people that came over here slaughtering our people. They were a nation of fierce countenance. Read.
Which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
That shows you the mindset of these people. This is describing the atrocities that they did. They took babies out of pregnant mothers' stomach and bashed them to the ground and bashed them to rocks, stomped them to the death. They burnt you alive, your ancestors, alive. All right? Read. Is that the end of that? All right, so what we're describing, who you are according to the Bible, because the Bible describes what happened to God's people.
Right.
That's how we know. All right? It describes who the enemy is. All right? So these are some things that happened to us. Now, why did it happen to the so-called Cubans today?
It's just like the,
Well, come up a little bit.
the Cuban revolution. We have to fight for our lives and fight for each other. It's like the revolution was keep on
Right. Okay.
It's just like in the Bible when it said, like, when God sent out his soldiers around the world, and everybody was placed in the nations that they needed to be placed in. And everybody was placed, like, just like his top men in the Bible. They were placed where they had to be placed simply because that was their part, that was their nation, that was their part of their ruling for their people. Like, you're just put where you need to be.
Okay. She said the Lord put the people where they need to be. All right. Let me help you out on that. Deuteronomy 30, 32, and 8. Let me help you out. Help you out real quick. Okay? Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 8. When the Most High divided the nations.
He divided the nations. All right? Look at these people on this sign. We are all one nation.
Right.
So-called Cubans, which is Manasseh, is not a different nation from Simeon. Simeon is not a different nation from Levi.
Right.
Levi is not a different nation from Judah. We are one nation who was what? Divided and conquered. All right. Hold up. Let me read this. Read.
When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
So all these other nations were put in a land according to who? Israel, which is us. All right? So, now, why did they call it? So now, with that being said, if everybody was setting their land according to us, who was ruling them people in those lands? Back at during this time. King David. You heard of King David? You know King David was a black man.
Bring it up.
King Solomon. Who was ruling? King David was ruling. All right? Now, he divided us into the nations, but I just want to tell you something. You were an Israelite. You were in the land of Jerusalem before the Americas. All these people were in Jerusalem. All right? Now, how did they get there? Go to 2nd Ezra. Check this out.
2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land.
All right. The northern kingdom, right? Because the kingdom split. You know a little bit about the Bible? The kingdom split, all right, after King Solomon.
Right.
King Solomon's son, Rehoboam. It was split under Rehoboam and Jeroboam. All right? That's when it became 2 kingdoms. The northern kingdom and southern kingdom. All right? Now check this out. The northern kingdom started worshiping idols during this time. Manasseh would be a part of the northern kingdom.
Right.
All right? What happened? You went into captivity under who? The Assyrians. All right? Stay with me now. Check this out.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land. In the time of Hosea, the king whom Salmanasseh, the king of Assyria,
Salmanasseh, the king of Assyria, read,
led away captive. And he carried them over the waters. And so came they into another land.
All right, you were in the land of the Assyrians. All right, all of the northern kingdoms. Check this out. All the way down. All of these people down. All right? The kingdom of Judah was still in Israel, these top 3. All right? Read.
But they took this counsel among themselves.
After your captivity was up under the Assyrians, you all gathered together, all right, with Ephraim leading, saying, what?
That they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country.
Who are the heathen? The Assyrians. All the other nations besides Israel are the heathens. Y'all gathered together and said, what? Read that again.
That they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
What's that country y'all went to? Americas. This where you was first. You an Israelite. I'm telling you how you got to the Americas. All right? This time period was This time period was around 536 BC when you came to the Americas. You are an Israelite. You was over here. All right? Let me keep reading.
That they might there keep their statutes.
Why did you come over here? To keep the commandments of God. You finally left the captivity of the Assyrians. You say, you know what? We're going to go to a land where never mankind dwelt to keep the commandments. Read.
Where that they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
Why didn't you keep your statutes and commandments in your own land? Because you were worshiping idols. Those same idols, since we left Egypt, you were still worshiping.
Right.
All right, read.
And they entered into Euphrates.
Okay, how did you get over here? Through the Euphrates. Just through here, through this narrow passage. Read.
And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half.
How long did it take the Northern Kingdom to get to the Americas? Oh, Say it again.
Year and a half.
A year and a half. This is your history. It took you a year and a half to get to the Americas. But what happened? What happened when you got to the Americas? You started calling yourselves Incas, Mayans, Arawak, Tainos. You started sacrificing your own people into idol gods. The Lord sent the nation of people against you. We can prove that. Christopher Columbus knew that you were here. Let's get that. We're going to prove it to you. It's documented. Do y'all have that on your phone? I want to read something to you. Christopher Columbus and the Spaniards knew that you were here by reading the book, the Bible. Right. I'm telling you who you are. All right? We're going to finish this scripture. Make sure you get that.
For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. And the same region is called Orsaret.
Now, what is this region called? Orsaret. You're right. Now, let's get some facts. Let's get something. All right? Read this. Listen closely.
The Jewish Encyclopedia.
This is the Jewish Encyclopedia. All right? Read.
The name of Orsaret, the name of the land beyond the great river.
You hear that? The name of Orsaret. All right? The land among the great river. What is that river? The Euphrates. All right? Read.
Far away from the habitation of man.
It's far away from the habitation of man. Why? Because the Bible said mankind didn't dwell over here. You were over here. You went to a place where never mankind dwelt. That's why you are the natives of this land.
That's right.
All right, read.
In which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell.
In which who?
The 12 tribes of Israel, the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell, observing the laws of Moses.
So when you came over here, you were supposed to have been observing the laws. But what? You did not. All right, read.
Observing the laws of Moses until the time of restoration, according to 4th Ezra 13:45. Columbus,
Who?
Columbus identified America with this land.
Now, how did Columbus know you was here? The Bible.
That's right.
Right.
Who are you? The Israelites from the tribe of what? Manasseh.
That's
right. You are an Israelite from the tribe of Manasseh.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom. What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.